Hi everyone, this is Kay in the Collective Soul Tarot. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here with me. It's lovely to be here with you. And this is Friday. Yesterday I thought it was Friday. I was operating as though it was Friday, so I was wrong yesterday. Today is Friday, like you all know, but I didn't realize it. So we're going to do a collective reading again, and we're going to get going. Let's just jump right in. So, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, thank you for enveloping me in your angelic wings of, let me turn the light on. Yeah, that's better. Love, light, and protection, guidance. Thank you. Please help me to correctly interpret the cards today and to see, help me to see these energies clearly. Thank you. Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today in this general read? For January the 26th, Friday, 2024. Thank you. First one, this is past, present, and future for this particular reading. We have road. Crossroads is like the Two of Wands in the tarot. Multiple choice, travel, weigh the options, decide, free will, opportunity, independent, and road trip. That's in the past. Okay, depends on how long ago. Fish, resources, finances, investments. Number 34 is about money and in abundance. In the Lenormand deck, yep. So prosperous, money, income, commerce, multiply, large quantity, lavish, body of water. So you might be receiving a lot of money right now, present day. If you haven't, you may be coming into it in the very near future, like as in 4 weeks from now, if you haven't already. Near future is swans, soulmate, twin flame, faith, a pair of things, blooming love, the one, deep soul connections, divination, and fluidity. Lovely, 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 guys. Woo! Okay, so let's use Ciro Marchetti's decks to bring some clarification in. And I will try not to start interpreting. I won't promise it until all the cards are out. Okay, Archangel Michael, what do we have for road, card 22? That's Queen of Diamonds. Card 22 in the past, please. Lady number 1, that's the Queen of Hearts, or Cups. Toil and labor. Okay, I wasn't going to interpret. I think I see. Fish in the present day, please, Archangel Michael. There's the counterpart. Wow. King of Cups. Beautiful. Present day. With a message. Wow. Okay. That's for the near future of swans. Unexpected income. Yeah, that's what we talked about. Someone coming into some money, right? For the crossing the bridges from where you are now to where you want to be, overcoming obstacles and challenges. In the near future, we need to do the tea leaf one. I've already shuffled, and so I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling one for the past, please, Archangel Michael. Skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. Yeah. Even when you hide them from yourself. Okay. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Now, for the near future, please. Pale. Time to get out of a situation. Yes, time to get out of a situation. That's wonderful. All right, now let's get our tarot. Archangel Michael, can you please give us a couple of tarot cards here, messages for the past that resonates with the messages from these cards here. Thank you. The Two of Swords. Yep, fits right in there. And the Knight of Coins. Yeah. Okay. All right. Very slow. Very slow. Okay, for the present day of Fish, King of Cups, the Message card, and Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Please, Archangel Michael, if you will. We have Ace of Coins. Perfect. That's big money. That's resources, right? And the Wheel of Fortune. That's fortune. So fitting. Okay. All right, that's wonderful. Thank you, Archangel Michael. What about the messages for the 2 tarot cards for the Swans in the near future, please? Those lovebirds, soulmates, twin flames, a blooming love, the one, deep soul connection, unexpected income, the Bridges card, and the Pail. It's time to get out of a situation. We got the 7 of Wands. That's putting up healthy boundaries so that you can overcome obstacles and challenges brought to you by others. And the Page of Coins, making an offer. All right, that's good. We got them all now, guys. Well, to me, this is fairly straightforward, okay? You had a decision to make in the past. Now, how long ago, that's up to you. It could be very long time ago. It could be fairly recent, like maybe even this last year, 2023, or years back, like a few years back. But you had a decision, okay? Now, how it turned out is that you had a decision between somebody you met who is like Queen of Cups, you know, a caring, kind, compassionate, loving, expressionful, expressive, intuitive individual who, you know, seems to be trustworthy, and you can, you know, talk to her and she'll listen to you, share your thoughts and feelings with, kind of thing. Somebody who was soft, not soft as in bad soft, but just soft and sensitive in the sense that they were open. They're open and willing to be, you know, lend a hand and be a friend, be a confidant, and that kind of thing. You could feel safe with them. They were like a safe place to be. That person was a safe place to be able to like call home, kind of thing. So you were sitting at a crossroads in the past, and what happened is that you had to decide between her or something else, and at the same time, however, your perception was kind of wonky. Like you were seeing things not from the perspective of what is for your highest good and the highest good of all. You were looking at what was right for you at the time, what was easier for you, what was easier, and what just made what was available to you and what was easier. That's what you went with. Instead of if you were to have chosen to be with her, you would have felt like it would have taken a lot of hard work and an effort to be able to make it happen to be with this one, because possibly she lived afar, right? So what you did do, however, was you chose the road that was going to end up leading you down a road of a lot of hard work. See, the perception was skewed. You had a skewed perception about things, because the reason for that is that you weren't seeing with like, you had the rose tinted glasses on. You didn't have the clarity, because the clarity comes from within, following our heart and listening to our soul. That's following our heart's desires, and you weren't listening to your heart's desires, so you weren't gaining clarity. Now that's just the payoff. It really is the payoff. If we don't follow our heart, because that's the path, that's the path of enlightenment and, you know, abundance and prosperity and great love, everything good, following your heart with, you know, a really good balance of logic and practicality at the same time, but still your heart has as much say in what you do as your mind did, your thoughts and your beliefs. Okay, there has to be a nice balance. When you have a nice balance like that, then things don't work out to be as rough or tough or difficult as you might have thought they were going to be with this one, to move towards, to be with that one. See, what happens, guys, is, and you may know this already, but when you follow your heart, if you were to have excuse me, bitten the bullet and move forward towards this one, because this is the one that you felt in your heart was the one for you, all of this would have been taken care of for you, you see. In other words, the path would have been laid out in front of you, and things would have been a lot easier than you had ever expected or thought it would be. You'd be going, okay, well, this was easier than I thought it was going to be. Well, because you're following your heart. So that's the way it works. So the test is, will they follow their heart or will they not? Will they think that they need to do everything on their own, or will they ask for help? And in this situation, you had decided that your will was the only will, and that it was only going to be you making things happen. Like, you had to rely only on you, because there was the divine was really not it was not a part of your decision making. Okay, so it turns out that you ended up going down the toil and labor path that you were trying to avoid, to be with her. You were trying to avoid this, thinking you needed to do that, to be with her. So then this toil and labor path that you took, see, one or the other, right? Go this way or go that way. Excuse me. So you had a couple of choices. So the one that you did take, it had some hidden secrets that were eventually going to come and bite you in the butt. It says can harm you, right? And what happened is that you, through the decision that you made to be with someone else instead of this one, or to go somewhere else and not be with this one, you ended up having to sit in the Two of Swords. You were like, you were very conflicted in the sense that you didn't know. There was, it was just easier. It was easier to take the blindfold off and look at the one that was there before you and go on that path, to follow that path. Or look at the opportunity that's before you. Instead of looking at an opportunity that was best for you, you went for an opportunity that was before you, an easier one. You chose the easier route. So you had a lot of mental conflict over this, but you did finally decide, and it took you a long time. It took you a long time. You moved very, very slowly, almost so slow in making a decision to come back around, that you were moving like at a snail's pace, not a turtle's pace, okay? But this is the Knight of Coins here. This is your decision now, after realizing in the past that you made the more difficult choice, actually, even though it seemed like the simplest one. Isn't that always kind of how it goes? They say, what do they say? What's the saying about that? Everything worth having is comes. It's harder to get. You have to work harder. You have to work harder for those things that are worth having. Yeah, you have to work harder for those things that have worth. But the problem about that, the premise of that particular saying is that it's not that case in reality. And ultimately, it doesn't, you're not going to feel like it's hard work when you're going towards the one that makes your heart flutter. But then there was a false one that made your heart flutter, and it was like an obvious choice for you because it was right there in front of you. It was right there for the taking, right? Right there in front of you for the taking. Now realizing that, having time to be introspective about it, because I see that you are like, you've gained some kind of, enlightenment in the sense that you are in touch with your heart now. You are more in conversation with your heart as the King of Cups presently. So you've been growing. As a result of growing, you realize that you had sat on the fence for a very, very long time, not wanting to know that the decision you made to go towards somebody that was not her was something you just couldn't believe you did it. So it's kind of like you put your blindfolds on because you're realizing what you've been living and experiencing with the choice you did make, the path you did decide to take. And it took you a very, very long time, Knight of Coins, to come out of that and actually get on your horse and start going forward. But you did, okay? However, you haven't spoken to this one. Clearly, you have not been talking to this one and telling her what's been going on with you and the things that have been coming to you that you're starting to understand. Through some kind of enlightenment or awakening, you have come to realize that your choice that you made back then really did turn out to be more work than you initially expected or thought it would be. So you're sitting in more of an enlightened, awakened energy now, resonancy of a king. You're not a page, you're not a knight, you're a king. This is the King of Cups, so you're more in touch with your emotions. More in touch, you're more emotionally matured, you're more emotionally controlled. You're controlling your own emotions. You're listening to your emotions. You're listening to your heart to see if you need to kind of like, if something you think doesn't feel so good in you, you're kind of looking at it and assessing whether or not you need to tweak something. You need to kind of, I don't know if they call it in carpentry or something like that, but it's about being able to just make a slight adjustment to it, to what you're thinking. So for example, if you were thinking things like, I used this the other day, I'm not worthy to be with this one because of everything I've done to her, or just that I see her as being so much more advanced in some spiritual way, right? I'm not there. I'm not doing that. I'm not worthy. She would never look at me. To like, well, maybe she would, because we obviously have a connection. Neither one of us has been able to let the other one go out of their minds, if you know that, right? But you can if it's a twin flame and a deep soul connection, you can pretty much be assured that even if she's with somebody, she's thinking about you, just like you were when you were with somebody and you're thinking about her. So you go from, I couldn't live up to what her expectations were, to, well, maybe I can. Maybe I will. Maybe with the changes that have come to me, that I have put forward, made an adjustment in my current life, that I have started that process, that perhaps that makes me more worthy, and if that still doesn't feel good, change it to something a little bit more, even I call it life affirming, because it's gives you hope and inspiration when you have life affirming thoughts. So now we're in the present time and we're feeling very, very abundant. Something big is coming our way. We know it, and it's going to make a big difference. This is you being able to confirm to yourself that things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So you know that this big blessing of prosperity and abundance is coming to you as a result of you listening to your heart. And you have gotten a message or are sending a message to her. And you might have gotten a message from somebody else, text, email, phone call, whatever, that tells you that there's this abundance coming to you. And I would gander to guess that perhaps it has something to do with divorce settlement. Okay, if not, it's an inheritance, it's an extra bonus from work that you never ever received before, but you're getting it now. Maybe you've been asked to take on a promotion, that's going to pay you that many more bucks per pay period. It's a Wheel of Fortune time. You paid off your karmic debt, and so now it's turning in your favor, and you're receiving all sorts of blessings from the universe as a result of following your heart. This was you. Took you a very long time, but it's you following your heart. Knight of Coins. This guy here, he can be trusted. He commits like you would not believe. That's why it took him so long. That's why it took you so long, is because once you commit, you're in it 100%, maybe even more. But you had to make sure, because impulsively you went down this path instead of that path, thinking that this path was going to be like that for you. And you were wrong. You're absolutely wrong. So then you've come to realize that. And now you are not mistaken. That there was some things that were hidden from you as a result of choosing the one that was right there for the taking for you, that was easier for you, that you fell in love with, and you took her or him on. I'm going to say her on for your wife or long-term partner. Things came up that you didn't know before, but you had jumped so quickly into this that you didn't take the time to kind of do some research on your person of interest, your love interest's past, or the way she, talking to other friends and relatives and stuff like that to find out what is she like, what's she really like. Maybe you think you know her, but do we really ever know anybody? Not really. Most times we don't even know ourselves. So here we go. We're in the present day. So some big money. You've been given a notification that you've got some big money coming your way. And so change is upon you. You're going to metamorphose again. You've already metamorphosed, okay, into a King of Cups. More is coming. More change is coming for you. And I say hallelujah. The Wheel of Fortune is on your side. The divine is on your side. They're giving you this great big blessing of abundance. This is the kind of resources here, the Ace of Coins, that will provide you for everything that you need, person, place, and thing, and money, that you need in order for you to follow your heart and return to this one, who you see, if you do know about the twin flame journey. If not, you can Google it. But you see her at least as a very, there's some kind of connection, soulmate connection, that why after these years you're still like, I want to be with her. And I'm willing to leave this behind because of all the harmful things that had come into my life as a result of being with that one. She was more work because of the hidden secrets than this one would have ever been, living, let's say, you live in New York and she lives in China. If you think you have to bore through the earth to get to her in China, then that was a big, a roadblock for you, because you got to bore through the earth to get there in China, because planes weren't invented back then. I'm just kidding. Okay, anyways, let's go forward. Near future, swan, soulmate, twin flames, a pair of things, blooming love, the one. unexpected income. Something is coming unexpectedly that's going to help you cross that bridge. Well, build the bridge first of all, because you got to build a bridge back to her, right? This bridge has been burned. There may not have even, like, that would have been one of the problems, is that you were here and she was here, and there was no bridge. There was no bridge at all, a low one or a high one. All you could see was this chasm, right, between these very tall mountains. That you're here and she's over here on this side, and there was no bridge there. And so for you, that was like a no-brainer. I can't do this with you. How are we going to make this work? How are we going to make this work? It's going to cost a lot of money. Someone's got to move to be somewhere, the other, and you just weren't ready for it, weren't prepared. Maybe you're in a relationship and it was all about that, like the fact that you met her, and when you had her in a third party situation. Of course you weren't going to leave her unless you wanted to leave your wife, but obviously you didn't, so you stuck with your wife and went this direction that turned out to be, harmful and heavy duty work, trying to make something work that wasn't going to work ultimately. So yes, it's time to get out of the situation. Now the situation is that you're in a position where you are holding up, you're holding up, waiting for your ship to come in. Waiting for a ship to come in. Even before you found out about the ship to come in, you were holding back because you just couldn't see a way. Don't forget the divine. The divine provides miracles all the time to us. You put that in the divine's hand and forget about it and let yourself get on with your day. The divine will make sure, if you're following your heart, the divine will make sure that the angels get to work on your behalf. They do. It's amazing. I experience it all the time now because I follow my heart. I listen to my intuition, and I trust God. I do. I trust God. I trust, God in this dream is the universe. So I trust the universe to deliver up whenever I'm in that resonancy. The universe can't help it. The universe does not discern between what's good or bad, just what the resonancy is. So if you are in a higher resonancy, the universe can allow those things that are in the ethers, you can't see it, to come towards you and be manifested in your life. If you're at a lower frequency, the universe is still allowing things to come to you, but at that resonancy. Because like I said, the universe does not discern between what's good and bad. It goes by energy. It goes by resonancy, frequency. That's from your heart. How you feel about yourself. If you love yourself and you have trust and faith in the one that you're loving in you, which is your soul, which is God, then you're going to have very high frequency. And you're going to, the universe has got so much great stuff and so much not so great stuff. There's not more of this and less of that. It's just like it's all there. It's just waiting to be materialized. But we have to do it through our thoughts and our feelings. We have to do it through our desires and our wants. The wants the intentions that say, I want this in my life. I don't necessarily need it, but I want it, and I know if I do, it's for my highest good, because I'm going to feel really good having it. And as a result of that, it's good for everyone. My happiness impacts the entire universe. Yours, because of our huge auras, right? When we get our aura resonancy at high frequency, holy cow, we become master manifestors, not just manifestors. We're always manifesting, no matter what resonancy we're at. The higher you come, the more, because you do it quicker. You do it quicker and you get the things that you're saying, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you, universe. So that's like mastering it, right? So you're going to get, it's time to get out of this situation of just waiting till your ships to come in. Of course, you're putting that behind you with the with the, if you had to divorce or just separate, you're putting that behind you, and you're just been waiting for your ships to come in. You're getting notification that it's coming, but it's not quite here yet. Bada bing, near future, it shows up. And it's going to actually it's miraculously, you're going to have all these bridges going across these tall mountains that weren't there yesterday, but they're there today. How does that happen? Through your intention of following your heart, because you want to have those experiences that are for your highest good, because you know as you do, they will be for the highest good of all. So there's so much to do with about feeling and knowing that our intentions should be that kind of intention that says, I care about the entire collective. I care about the entire creation. I care about, because there are others who are doing what I'm talking about, and they're doing it and because they care about you, and you don't know them from Adam, but they're doing it because they care about you and everybody else. All right, so that's where we want to, as a spiritually evolved collective, we all want to get to that place, so that we can just be master manifestors off the face of the planet, and just become, and just having a great time creating and materializing and manifesting and just loving and just having fun. Yeah, fun for everyone. So yeah, you've got some healthy boundaries now, because with these healthy boundaries, this is what's going to set you apart from the way you were before. The healthy boundaries are ones that you say, I am worthy. I love myself. I've come to learn to love myself. It may not just like I amazingly love myself, but I at least know that I can love myself. So you start that journey of loving yourself, right? First, because once you love yourself, then you can be everything and anything to others, which is going to enhance your life and expand you. So then you put these healthy boundaries up, because, I'm worthy of being well. I'm worthy of being prosperous. I'm worthy of being loved. Therefore, I am worthy of making sure other people who are not of that mindset can't cross this boundary and try to take advantage of me. First of all, when you get higher than them, because in the tarot card, you're always standing on a higher platform fighting these guys off, right, with their wands. You're higher than them. You got a better outlook, or a better outlook on life, yes, but a better perspective than they do. So you can see how much easier it is to keep them at bay, and they're not going to be able to get at you. So when you're of that higher perspective, that higher residency, it's all about perspective. Higher perspective, it will keep these guys at bay. They won't be able to take advantage of you, and most of them won't even try, because they'll see you there and they'll go, holy cow, they got their stuff together. I'm going to probably come out of this harmed much more than they will. So then, because of the healthy boundaries, you can move towards what you love and make offers. Now, this could be offer for a brand new vehicle. You love a particular vehicle, a house. Maybe you love a certain kind of stock in the stock exchange, a company, whatever. You love that company, and so you want to, make an offer, buy some stocks, right? Shares. So this is for a person, of course, this one here, and other things, but you can make this offer, and you're going to have these healthy boundaries up, and she's going to see those healthy boundaries, and she's going to say, I believe in this offer. I believe in this offer because this guy has grown and has got his act together. Finally. So thank goodness, right? And that is where you're at. You're at with putting this into perspective, for having made the decision to go this way and that way. You kind of actually made more work for yourself. However, it helped you to grow, didn't it? Didn't this help you grow? If you can answer yes to that, you're doing very well. This toil and labor, this blood, sweat, and tears with the person you chose to be with, other than the one that you actually fell in love with, but didn't want to know you fell in love with him. You were suppressing it and blocking her. Okay, you didn't want to know that you were in love with her because you'd made this choice. And it makes sense. I understand. Totally understand. I don't need to understand. It's up to you. Understand it. And but you took your sweet time. You did. You took your sweet time to come around. You did. And as a result, making this decision right here to take your sweet time and start taking time to listen to what it is that really you want, what you really, really want, opened up this door. This is that like 10 of Pentacles thing I was talking about the other day, yesterday, whatever. Everybody has a 10 of Pentacles storehouse in the ethers of the universe. It's always there. It's there for everybody to tap into, but you have to be in that higher frequency because the 10 of Pentacles is it's massive amount of money, a massive amount of wealth and money, prosperity, abundance, right? You've got to get yourself, your mind frame, your mindset and your heart together balanced and healing in order for you to arise to that frequency, to be able to unlock, like tap into your 10 of Pentacles storehouse. And I know it sounds silly, but that's really what it comes down to. You cannot have those big things unless your resonancy is at that frequency. And you say, well, what about those people who win billions or millions? They do, but they, chances are they really don't have that resonancy to have that kind of money in their life. So what happens? Most often what happens, like 99% of the time, they lose it. They spend it all that's taken from them. They just squander it. And it's gone. It's gone within a short period of time. And so it's because there was a life lesson in that for them. We don't know what that is, but it was a life lesson there for them to win money but lose it. Okay, so if they learned from that, fantastic. If they didn't, then they're out money and they didn't get anything from it. But if they're out the money and they learned a life lesson from it, then they're richer than the money. They are much far richer than the money would be in their life, than that the money would make them in their life. I hope that makes sense. So guys, it's a matter of you using what is unexpected, that came to you, that comes to you. This unexpected could actually mean you're unexpectedly learning about twin flames, like, oh my goodness, right? Twin flames, okay. Twin flames, and you're unexpectedly like getting it. You're unexpectedly getting it, which builds those bridges. Okay, I understand. It's time for me to leave the old me behind, to get out of the situation of toil and labor, and having to be defensive, because I have an offer I want to make a sweet lady, and her name is the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups. I always say hearts. I don't know what it is, but there you go. So guys, let's see if there's any other messages. What can we do for messages for you? You know what? Would you like to know what this lady would say? Let's see. What would she say to you? Archangel Michael, will you help us out with this, please? So he's, the collective has got his eye on a soulmate, or at least a twin flame, or at least a soulmate, and wants to make an offer to her. That's the very last card in on the whole table. So that's the direction he's going. He's got a rose after all to match her rose. Your counterparts. Our collective has come to see and learn something very, very important, Archangel Michael. And now the person he wants to go back towards, he may be thinking he's already lost an opportunity to be with her because of the decision he made in the past. But now he's got prosperity, he's got wealth and abundance coming to him if he hasn't got it already. Archangel Michael will be there soon, So this whole Wheel of Fortune movement turning forward now, where he's on a path of destiny that he probably believes is that she's his destiny. She's his home, real home. So what would the one that he sees as being his real home or his home, this lady number 1, the Queen of Cups, as I say, holding the rose, what would she like to tell? What would she, once he reconnects with her and they start squaring things away between them, what would she like to say to him? Or they don't start squaring things. I'm awakening to this spiritual connection. Everything is starting to make sense. I feel relieved and also excited for what is yet to come. Now, she sounds excited. She sounds like she's like into the spiritual connection as well, like she believes in it. Okay, well, starting to anyways. I have nothing to offer you except my love. I just don't know if that will be enough. I feel unworthy and very insecure. So yeah, you know, you're sitting there thinking you weren't worthy. Well, she's feeling the same way. She's been feeling the same way. Wow, okay. So she just doesn't know if she'll be enough for you. We will find each other again. I will always find you. Yeah, I will always find you. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So let's get a couple of cards from our friendly neighborhood Island Wellness Time, or Island Time Wellness. I don't know why I can't say it the right way around, but that's me. Okay. Oh. All right. I'm trapping them. Okay. Island Time Wellness. Archangel Michael, will you speak to us through this? What can you tell the collective through these Island Time Wellness messages? What can be inspiring or some kind of advice? Healthy choices. I don't mean to laugh at you at all, but this was a choice, wasn't it? The healthy choice would have been this one. It was not so healthy with hidden secrets that can harm you with this one. Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, and being happier. So again, if you did not know how important it is to actually turn within and love yourself, you would have made unhealthier choices. Not necessarily unhealthy, but unhealthier than you would have made if you knew that it was important to love yourself first. Mirroring each other, self-image. Relationships okay, it says here, relationships reflect our wounds, yes, and introspection, which I believe you've done. And the mirror is like the twin flame, the mirror, where you look in that mirror and you will see what the other one is thinking and feeling. Okay? Because when it's a twin flame, it's the same soul, 2 different bodies, personalities, lives, obviously. So, collective, I hope that was helpful. I hope you have a great weekend, and we shall talk to you again on Monday. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.
J'aime à boire l'on les relons l'heure, j'aime à boire l'on les relons l'heure. J'aime à boire l'on les relons l'heure, j'aime à boire l'on les relons l'heure. Sur le cou de ma bouteille, j'y fais faire un petit glou-glou. Sur le cou de ma bouteille, j'y fais faire un petit glou-glou.